Hello. In June 2011, just 6-7 weeks ago, as I record this, I ran a pricing workshop with half a dozen firms of accountants that are doing some incredible things with pricing. I learned so much stuff from those firms. One of those firms, a sole practitioner, is doing some incredible things, and rather than me tell you what he's doing, I was fortunate enough to have a cameraman with me on that day recording all of the great stories these firms are doing, including this particular one from the sole practitioner called Jason Blackman. So let Jason tell his story.
My name is Jason Blackman. I run a small practice down in East Sussex with my wife Carol. It's literally just us two. I started the practice in 2001, and in 2010, last year, we went to one of Steve Pipe's seminars. In fact, we went to three proactivity seminars we went to, and after the third one, it convinced us to join AVN. So it was probably about July last year, I would think. And at that stage, we had about 100 clients. Probably not the best quality of clients. We had lots of clients that I was staying up till midnight towards the end of January trying to finish their tax return type of clients, which is not ideal. Had quite a few A clients, but most of them, as I found out later when doing the grading exercise, were mostly D clients. But anyway, eventually did join AVN. It was about July last year, and for the first few months didn't seem to get on too well. Just seemed to be bombarded with bits and pieces, various systems, which was great, but it was trying to find the time to sort of implement them all, really. And looking after 100 clients, just us two as well, finding the time to do the tools and to work the systems out was quite difficult. So started to lose a bit of faith, really, and fell into what Steve Pipe calls the loser trap. But eventually, after chatting with another AVM member and some help from my cat Joanne, from Steve, from Mark, etc., we slowly began to turn the corner. I spent some time with my coach Alan Sellers on the grading my clients grading exercise, and found out that most of my clients were in fact the D category, which was not great news. So we took a massive decision, and that was to sell off all our D clients. Now, out of the 100 clients we probably had about 80 D clients. So, and these were the clients that were keeping us up all hours towards the end of January and not being really fulfilling fees, as it were. So we made the huge decision to sell on these 80 clients to another local accountant. So that left me with 20 clients. So going from 100 to 20 was quite scary. But so what I did is I had to do something to sort of get our earnings back to where we were before I did this. So I completely redesigned the way I implemented my fees, and all the A clients that I had, I massively increased the fees. One client was actually doubled, but didn't get any resistance at all, mainly because I explained what I could now offer the client. Instead of the usual compliance service, which is obviously essential at the end of the day, but the clients don't really value it. What they value is helping them pay less tax and earn more money, help them in their business. And when I explained to all my A clients that this is what I would now be doing, and I produced a little pack for them to look at, explaining what I could do, what all the new services would be, they were all quite impressed, and they're all happy to increase the fees. So we've now gone to the position from 100 clients earning fairly good money. We've now gone down to 15, 20 clients earning more money. I think the key piece of advice would be don't be frightened of what you're charging them. I think these, as has been proved with what I've done, sometimes doubling the fee, I think if you can prove to the client the value that you're going to give them and you can show them the value you're going to give them, I really don't think there's going to be a problem. I understand that clients object to paying a lot for compliance work on its own, but I think if you can add value to their fee, if you can provide other additional services, which many other accountants aren't providing, I think they're more than happy to pay increased fees.
If you'd like to find out more about Jason's story and find out exactly what he does to get those results, I'm running a pricing course on the 21st of September 2011 in the Nottingham area. In a few seconds you'll see on the screen full details of that particular event if you want to join me and spend a day talking about pricing for accountants. And on that day, as well as sharing with you everything that Jason does, the things I've learned from him and the other dozen or so accountants I was working with at the pricing workshop in June of this year, I'll also be telling you in practical details things like how to build a really effective strategic pricing strategy. I'll be telling you the best ways of pricing based on proven research over the last 10 years. I'll be talking about all sorts of tips and advice. I'll be showing you the words you should use, the letters. I'll talk about the importance of guarantees and how you can word the guarantees for maximum success. I'll look at things like the power of bundling, the power of menu pricing, the power of top-down pricing, all sorts of really powerful techniques that can help you generate greater profits from pricing much more effectively. I'll also look at things like how to get paid, because one of the things that I've learned from working with firms like Jason is it's very, very easy to reduce debtor days to 0 when you understand how to get paid much more effectively. So I look forward to you joining me on the 21st of September. Here's further details as promised. By the way, if you can't make that event on the 21st of September, there is another way you can find out more about Jason's story. The Accountants Club, which is a membership organisation where you can learn, share best practice in accountancy, and membership is only £100 or so per annum. The Accountants Club are running a series of half-day workshops around the country in September of this year. So if you're interested in going on to an Accountants Club event and spending half a day where you will learn things like, for example, exactly what Jason did, then in a few seconds you'll see details of how you can get yourself along to one of those events.